Hey y'all, this is Granblue Radio. Today, I wasn't necessarily planning to have a full episode today, but um, we probably should, and DJ has graciously volunteered to join us from Japan to
I
get.
have a spark Mirin. That's what happened.
Yeah, like he came to me and he's like, I don't have much going on Friday afternoon, and I will come in to talk about Mirin. It's like, yeah, that's consistent. All right. So we didn't have an episode last week because I was just it was a quiet one. There was very little that happened, but we'll cover the little things that happened there, and then move on to the stars of the show. Or we can do the stars of the show first. DJ, what do you want to do?
Let's go in order.
Order chronological order. Okay.
Yeah.
So first up, we have one of the oldest characters in the game who doesn't have a 5-star yet. Got her 5-star. It's long overdue. We got Petra, a character whose rework actually did really well in things like Dread Barrage, but she was, quiet and under the radar for a while. But she was really good on defense. Like, against certain bosses, the fact that she could very consistently have mirror image up, if they were an older design that wasn't there to specifically keep you from using mirror image to dodge everything, she was amazing. And so, like I said, a couple of the um, Dread Barrage things were just so easy with her full autoing and keeping various characters safe. So here's the new version of her. And so the new things are, so her new CA, the upgrade to it gives 4 hits of bonus damage when she has her new Spiritual Unison buff from skill 4. It also gives skill specs up, which in this case is 30% skill damage and 10% skill cap. And
Yeah.
it's nice and it's free, you know? It's stuff that you were already doing. And yeah. Let's see here. So there's that. Her level 90 buff is that, yeah, Elemental Breath down here gives uplift. Very simple. Strong. The level 95 is a big one. Level 95, whenever anybody has mirror image on her team, they gain Wind Chaser.
10% one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, her refresh gets stronger to a point where it's 500. 500 refresh is fine. It's free also.
It used to be 150. So
Yeah. It caught up to about 4 years ago, but the other things on here make it so that the refresh actually is significant because you are taking so much less damage with Petra on your team. Because here's the level 95 one, which is big. When she hits Illusion, and then you get a dodge all on your team. And Illusion,
that was really good.
Yeah, and Illusion is the one that the cooldown goes down when a foe uses a special attack. So it's 8, but actually it's 5, even less if the boss actually does more than one CA in that time. And so this
not
one,
only that is that
yeah,
your EMP skill when you CA, you cut your skill cooldowns, and it's apparently 100% when you're at 3-star. So
yeah. Let me actually do that. Oh yeah, minor thing. You can add multiple dots to EMPs now, which is a great little thing. I love it. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. But anyway, so yeah, super strong there. And then the actual skill for is she gives 3 dots in order to give everybody. To give herself Spiritual Unison, which is attack, triple attack, and let's see.
Cap 30%, buff can't be removed. The attack is 50% perpetuity. The triple attack is 100%.
Yeah, so she basically secret triads herself along with damage cap instead of the chaser. The chaser comes from her having mirror image on. So this one's strong, and it does boost her CA, but really the big thing here is illusion gets so good when she's level 100. Like, they've built new full autos around her. She can do a lot against characters, bosses like Siegfried. I'm sure we'll see her around when Unite and Fight comes around again. Dread Barrage. Like, this character uh, prevents a lot of damage for not very much cost. You know?
Yeah, like how it's like it fills three dots on the foe. A lot of lights only have 2 dots,
Mm-hmm.
and you immediately put yourself with illusion, so you're dodging whatever the enemy's doing that turn, which is a
Yeah.
CA, and it gets reduced because of a perpetuity tailwind. Yeah, it just all adds up.
Yeah, and so this is just a very well-designed character for keeping you safe. She's awesome. The Mirin
I
pop-up banner is
forgot
still
that this thing
showing.
also makes it so
One
you get
second.
skill two. You immediately use skill 2, which gives you this in charge.
There it goes. Sorry. It was showing the wrong window. My bad. But yeah, so Henry, when you do this, you may have to edit over a picture of Petra skills, and I'm sorry. All right, so that was Petra. Then let's see, the new class went up yesterday. That was Shield
We got a
Sworn.
weapon first.
Oh, we did get a weapon. We got the Exos staff. Um, the Exo staff suffers a bit from identity issues. Where are you? There you are. So the good thing about it is that as a main hand, it gives you the very nice 30,000 supplemental damage. The um, water gun is a very good budget weapon for this reason, because it gives you the supplemental on main hand. That said, the special skill on this thing um, says when a foe's charge diamonds are empty before you attack, then your dark allies get dark attack and CA specs. The staff class that does the most like delaying and trying to keep the enemy's CA dots charge diamonds empty is Mana Diver, and Mana Diver and CA specs aren't necessarily going to
Yeah,
work
but you
hand
get
in
to spend
hand.
all your allies, so it's like
Yeah,
it's fine.
it's fine.
And also, you get 50% the dark attack of.
Yeah,
That's fine if you don't want to kill yourself with a different other staff in your grid.
yeah, the Agastio one. That's fair. So, but basically, just because the Dark just got its Exaltos and it got its Tempering and things like that, like it's nice that we only had to get one of these. There's no need to fill your um, grid with these things. Also, the Shero's Academy.
I mean, the free weapons for dark were already way better than the free
Yeah,
weapons for water. That's
yeah,
the big difference when we did those grinds.
true, true, true. So, this thing's nice. Just that the Baneful Hellbringer Sanctity, like stackable CA specs on something that is usually every like 3 turns or so, when the foe's charged items are empty, like it's not spectacular. But once again, this part right here is what you've got it for. Supplemental damage 30,000 when it's your main weapon. So nice. Um, now
And
do we
this
go
is
to
free.
Shield Sword? Yeah, it's free.
I also enjoy like the CA effect, which is 50% dark bonus damage.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Um, I do wonder if like the next monk class, will interact with CT dots somehow. I'm not sure. Oh well. Anyway, because that could also benefit from having a really good staff main hand that isn't Kanabo. All right, we're gonna move on to the new class, Shieldsworn, which
Yeah, new
hold on.
class and new weapon because it's a new class.
Yep, I have made that new weapon actually. All right, so we'll start with the class. So Shieldsworn, it's a pretty interesting defensive class. So you equip shields. The only thing that is based on your shields is one of its extended masteries. So we'll go into that later because I don't think shields factor into your supports like Paladin does. Yeah, it doesn't. But This is also a V2 class that doesn't read like a V2 class until you just actually play V2 for a while. Because like one of the features is if your MC doesn't attack, then your MC gets the Sadala effect. You get double strike, you get a 1 turn cut to your skill 1, and you heal your MC. And then Shield of Valor over here, the skill 1. It does in fact make you not attack, but the main way that you will not attack outside of skill 1 is you just block for a turn. And so it's like, hey, here's your free double strike. Cool, thanks.
You get stunned, but that's the situation you don't want to be in.
Yeah. So Shield of Valor. This is something that you'll be pressing a lot. So while it's in effect, your MC can't attack in all subs. Your MC also gets a Paladin effect where you cap damage at 5,000 instead of 10,000 per hit. You get a counter, tank and counter 6 times. And then at the end of the at the end of the turn, you do a gigantic nuke, 1100% elemental damage. You add a damage taken amplified 20 hits debuff.
That's pretty beefy.
It's really beefy.
Also, in case you take less damage than your cap that you 5,000, you have 1,000 defense.
Yeah, and when we get into master levels, the upgrade to this thing at level 30 is that it grants you Undying. So there are a lot of ways to use this. Like this combines multiple Paladin buttons into one, basically. Like Paladin to get this. Well, there's a lot of things that Paladin doesn't do, but it gives you the all sub, and it takes the Paladin passive of capping damage, and then Paladin doesn't get tank and counter like this. Like there's a lot going on here, and it is a very good button to press against bosses that hit multiple times, bosses that have all like random hit attacks and things like that. Like you will just eat the whole thing. You'll go low on health, maybe. It takes a lot of damage to make you low.
5,000.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hits for a lot of damage to bring you down, and even then, like once you're leveled, you're undying. And then as a little bonus, you do a gigantic nuke and you boost your team's damage for the next turn.
That's 20.
Yeah.
So good.
So the next thing is that when you do that, whenever you're targeted period, you get Oath of the Protector, which is Oath. And so your Oath levels, in order, grant you attack and defense, multi-attack and hostility. And it says here that it is 10% attack normal per level, so up to 50% attack normal, 20% defense per level to 100% defense.
Great.
Yeah. We don't know what the multi-attack up is.
We don't. According to this, it's like around 20% DA and 10% TA.
Okay. The hostility up, I don't know the numbers on yet either.
The answer is yes. You have hostility.
Yeah. And then once you're it's level 5, then you get a 1,000 drain, which, as a reminder, goes off on counters. So after you do shield
counters of taking counter, yeah.
Yeah, so you can heal yourself for 6,000 after subbing and blocking. You get an amplify, which is 30% normal attack damage. And then after you get targeted, you do a 5-hit nuke. The normal cap on it is 200k, but you know these things go up a lot.
Times.
Yeah. So that's before we get into the extra skills. This is a really good kit for just keeping things alive through bosses, while also doing some damage in return. And then we've got 3 with an asterisk. Because one of these skills is an alt version. It changes when you're at 5 stacks. So we've got Assault Drive, which is a nuke and a dispel, always good to have. And it gives you a separate buff when you take damage, up to 5. And when you get it to 5, it changes to weapon discharge. And weapon discharge is like a mega assault drive. Because it deals 3 hits of damage. It's the
3
same damage.
dispels.
Yeah. It's the same damage cap as Assault Drive. 3 dispels. It tries to stun for 1 or 2 turns, which is funny. And then
It's a chicken stun too. It's a little Street Fighter stun.
it's the Street Fighter stun. Thanks, Chun. And then you also get an 80% one-time chaser to your MC. And then it goes back to being Assault Drive.
That's fine because Assault Drive is a 6-turn cooldown, so
Yeah.
6 turns. Every 6 turns getting the spell is pretty good.
Yeah, especially since you're going to be getting hit a lot as a Shield Sworn. So you charge.
Might actually just keep getting weapon discharge every turn.
Yeah.
Every time you up, so
Right. So here's Marshalling Shout. It's also very simple. You get strength on your MC. You heal your MC for 1500. And then when you're and you also clear. And then when you have Oath level 5, then everybody gets the heal. And you heal twice, so it's 1500 twice. And you get rid of 2 debuffs. And it's on a yellow skill. They're very specific about this so that it goes off in full auto. And the last one, Regimented Formation. So it's a 12-turn cooldown, but this is the big V2 thing here. So you get 1000% defense boost. You get 100% debuff resistance. You get debuff, you get dispel immunity, not just dispel guard. You just can't get your buffs dispelled for that turn. But then the V2 part is you can only use it when there's an open out there. And at the end of that turn, you get an instant CA standby to all of your allies, and you get 100% Fated Chain.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
Yeah.
If you didn't pull, what's her name,
Horus.
Yeah. But this one is reactive Horus, unlike Horus, which is just Horus.
Right. Oh yeah, so there wasn't anything that referred to shields. I thought there was one of the EMPs did it. I guess not. So yeah, you got a shield. It just gives you a passive bonus while you have it equipped. The most common one I see is the obelisk, because extra meter gain is nice when you're countering all the freaking time. So yeah, this is a really good class. Like, it's good for HL, it's good for full auto. We think it's going to be amazing at well, we already know it's good at Siegfried, for example. We think it'd be good at Seaphon, probably. We think it's gonna be good at Lucy.
Hold an axe.
Yeah. Yeah, you hold an axe or you hold a gun. Those are some pretty good selections of main hand. And speaking of it, let's go to the new weapon that we got. The class champion weapon, Axe. SSR, Axe, CCW, where are you?
Let's see here.
The Fight Suppressor. Alright, so here's the Fight Suppressor. On CA, it gives your MC triple attack 1 time and gives you bonus chaser based on your oath level. Yeah, sure. You're going to be seeing a decent amount because of how much meter you get from getting hit and then countering. When your MC goes into the red, you full heal and remove all your debuffs 1 time during a fight. That's also very nice.
Thanks, Bulwark's nature.
Yeah. That is something that people take on Monk. It's very good. And then Bulwark's Ape. Go ahead.
Unlike Monk, you don't care about if you're high health or low health, at least.
Right. You don't lose the buff that you got from it by being at low health, but still. And then Bulwark's
one gives you Undying. Go back to full.
Yeah. Here's Bulwark's Apex. So when a foe uses a special attack, you get a free oath level, and you get another 1 turn cut to Shield of Valor's cooldown. So
That's
Um,
pretty good.
yeah, this is a pretty good one. This is one that is very like it's almost Kanabo level of what it does for you is so good that you don't mind losing the stats. Like you just get to keep spamming skill 1 and your MC in case your MC gets beaten up a lot goes back to full health. It's great. I missed the Caitlin Gad sub, so thanks, Kate. All right, now we can get to new characters, right?
I hope so. That was the next thing on the agenda.
All right, DJ, this is your time to shine. It's Mirin time. She is
Now,
no longer seasonal.
my favorite thing of Mirin is that she has a dodge encounter, and usually it doesn't matter half the time, and it still doesn't matter.
But let's see, her water version had like an ability that mattered, that cared if she had tank encounter or dodge encounter, right? And this one doesn't
If she
care.
countered.
Oh, it's if she countered. Okay.
She also has the passive where if she has a counter on her, I think she triple attacks.
Okay. So this one just
I'm
gives it to her,
pretty
but
sure.
doesn't like. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't care if you actually get encounter or not.
It's
Which
just.
when they wrote in Blossom Storm in the events,
Mm-hmm.
it says on dodging, and I'm like, oh no, please no. Also, this thing only does a nuke. Thank God it's better.
Got it. All right. So where do you want to start with Mirin? She's an hour old, so I don't know that much about her. I just know that
I
she.
start with the CA.
All right. So Heralding Blooms. She gives a boost to ally wind charge bar gain on it.
Already good.
And she casts her skill 2, which gives her 20% meter back.
And also
Does
4 hits of damage and wind defense down, stackable.
okay, but her
So she is
CA
going second.
but her CA also has like a hidden thing on it because of her faith in the blade thing. So this one reads a little bit weirdly, but it probably plays really well. So she's got the samurai maximum charge bar of 200%. And then when she has 100% or more CA meter before she attacks, then she gets a boost to her damage attack, and that turn she triple attacks. She
Yeah.
doesn't get double strike anywhere, right? So you have to have CA
Oh,
off
she
for this to
never had
matter.
double strike.
Yeah.
So the things about that is that
Mm-hmm.
if you don't CA, then you just fill up your meter faster. The most important thing is the damage cap because you
Mm-hmm.
trigger it on CA at 100 meter.
Okay. And then when she actually CAs at 200% meter, then she uses all of her meter instead of CAing twice, she will do a mega CA.
Yep, that's the same as their SR version, and I think
Yeah.
our other SR version does that too. I think.
Okay, so it does 10 hits. It does 10 hits of bonus wind damage, while also still activating Floral Slice. So she does 14 hits of nuke that turn.
So the fun things is that I need to check if you could do the same thing you did with her SR version to cause her to CA twice.
Well, her skill 3 already gives her the ability to CA twice.
Well, I'm talking about on the turns that you don't have skill 3.
Right.
Because before, one of the things you could do with Mirin was actually, instead of triggering her 200% CA, you do 100 twice.
Okay. And
That
that's
was
why
with
this
their
one.
SR back a long time ago.
Okay, and that this one. Oh, so if you have like 170, like 180 or something like that, she'll CA once. She'll Floral Slice. She'll give herself 20 back, and it's like another 100. So she'll go again. Is that right?
That's what happened in the SR version. It
Yeah.
probably works the same here, but that needs testing
Okay.
because
Yeah.
hour old.
Right. So a lot of optionality in how to use her CA there. Um, and actually, there is a reason to try and manipulate that too, because she has Humble in Victory, Gracious in Defeat, which cares about how many chains are in the chain burst. She
And
gets
4 more.
She gets Samurai Power, which this is the only way to get it. and everyone gets CA specs up and supplement CA damage. Not CA caps, supplement CA damage. Actually, she already has CA cap in there, so it's CA cap, CA damage, CA spec, CA supplement based on how much samurai power she has.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Win is the CA element very easily.
Yeah. There's so many characters who just throw meter at you.
Cal,
Charlotta,
CFJ,
Seven.
Yeah, you have to choose which one you're getting rid of if you want to play Mirin, and I am going
Yeah.
to choose that.
Not Astaria, Katsulia also. Just Katsulia not likes giving people meter so much that he has a special effect for giving meter to people who are full. So the other thing that you get from Samurai Power is Phoenix Blossom Stance power up. So normal, you get 100. Mirin gets 100% meter, so it's not instant standby. It is actually 100% boost, which matters because of how her Faith in the Blade works. It's CA reactivate, and then she gets the incidental dodge encounter 2 times. When Samurai Power is 3, then she gets 100% meter at the end of the turn during the stance also, which is 3 turns. So she gets 3 turns of 100 meter.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty, huh?
Yeah, and you can turn off CA for the second turn, and she'll just play and have 20 plus the triple attack plus 100 meter, and then you can turn CA back on, or you can turn CA on for all of these turns. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Don't forget, she also gives charge bar gain on CA.
Right.
It can be more than 100 unless you are holding your opus that says you don't get meter.
Right. Yeah. So this is a lot. Like this button. Oh wait, so it's 2 turns, not 3 turns. It's 2 turns charge bar. So she gets auto ignition. Yeah.
Effectively addiction, but better.
Yeah. And then the last thing to talk about is the fact that she has um, activates when the foe uses a special attack, remove a buff. So she has Summer, like her and Summer Shion can tag team to take off three buffs in a turn, which is a very magical number for things like Unite and Fight, and we come back to Siegfried. A lot of things that just like taking special actions and giving themselves a ton of buffs. So she gets put on that same tier of character with Shion and Astariola and whatchamacallit,
Yeah, she doesn't double
Friday.
dispel like Shion does, but also Shion has a little asterisk of needs enough meter.
Right. And Friday has the asterisk if she only does it for 1 day out of the week.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Friday JP.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a very solid character here all around. Like very good utility for damage, meter gain, dispel. Yeah, those are the main things she does.
The only thing she doesn't do compared to her other SSR versions is heal you.
Yeah, the fire version does a lot of like incidental healing, right?
Yep, because
Yeah.
if the enemy CAs, you get healing.
Yeah.
You
So
just have a Suika.
yeah, very strong character there for Mirin. She deserves it. She's a good girl. Did you read the event yet?
Oh, I read it.
Cool. Oh yeah, it came out during human hours for you, as opposed to DGen hours for me.
I was on the train back. It was 7 p.m. here.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to talk about Sato then. Sato took me a good 20 minutes
The
to just
character,
read
by the
right.
way,
What was up?
by Spark, that I got twice.
Oh, you got Sato twice?
Yep, and I'm like, you could have been the other rate-up character.
With Mirin, or you're talking about like
Mirin.
Galleon or something? Okay.
No, the rate-up character is the skeletal thing.
Eclipse. Oh, okay. It's Fediel. Got it. All
I
right.
got that too, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's Sato. Um, Cygames has too much power because we get a loose socks like mini skirt ninja. It's like, okay, all right, look, you're cooking a little too hard here. I'm gonna need you to cut it down. But anyway, so go ahead.
The other ninja series I know about.
Senran Kagura.
I wasn't gonna say my name.
Well, I mean, they do have the original producer of Senran Kagura on the Cygames team now, and he does definitely cook. All right, so there are a huge number of things going on with Sato. There's a 4 and a 4, um, just like Ninja. However, she requires pressing less buttons. So there are 4 different signs that she can have by combining what order you hit her skills 1 and 2. And note that skills 1 and 2 have the same cooldown for this reason. And then her hidden ninja art consumes whatever sign she has available in order to get an extra effect. So we have to go through each of these on its own. So I'm going to start with we're gonna start with just the hidden ninja art. So this is the 4 skills. She's like Kaim, where these 4 skills have 1 color each. So here's red. Fondant butterflies. She does fire damage. She gives herself instant CA standby and CA reactivate. So that one's already very strong just as its own button. Then the green one is a very simple one. It's a clarity and it gives revitalize. Sure. All right. This is not the one that you will use when it's the only one you use for the turn, unless you are very desperate. Here is her yellow one. Yellow is very strong. She gives 4 turns of wind switch, and she gives 4 turns of wind damage cut. So that one's really strong. And then her blue one is attack and defense down stackable, double attack down, triple attack down, special attack damage down.
Analytical, yeah.
This has an 8-turn cooldown with an asterisk, because whenever you get a fire chain burst of any kind, then she gets a 1-turn cut to it. So if you happen to chain burst 4 turns in a row with a 4-turn uptime on the windshield here, the jelly mirror, then it's permanent. Because your cooldown is 4 turns, the duration is 4 turns. Yeah. So should you build a CA loop team, then and you choose to use Jelly Mirror as one of the casts, then you get permanent wind switch after the first time. Just that alone already gives her a place in this game. Then we have all of the other stuff. By the way, so she gains ninja arts, levels 1 through 5. And once she gets level 5, she can cast 2 of these every time. So she can give herself, well, she can give your entire team wind switch, and then on top of that, either give you the debuff if you need the debuff, the clarity if you need the clarity, or if you don't need either of those, then she just happens to CA twice, which will then brown sugar blast twice. Like, that's very strong. In addition to that, depending on what order you use the brown sugar blast and the sweet swirling mist, then there'll be an extra sign available that gets consumed. So if she has no signs, then brown sugar blast forms Reen. Reen adds bonus fire damage to her 1 time when she uses hidden ninja art with it active, and it eats it. Or if you have Reen and you then hit Swirling Sweet Mist, then you get Pyo, and Pyo will give fire attack to everybody. Yeah, sure, whatever. So most of the time, like the easiest thing to get is just Reen, because you'll get Brown Sugar Blast cast all the freaking time with her CA.
And passive.
What's up? I
And
missed
her
that.
passive.
Yeah, and her passive there. Yeah, activate Brown Sugar Blast at the end of the next turn if no damage has been taken from Max Ninja Art. Alright, so here's Ninja Art. She needs to dodge, which her CA gives you and her skill 2 gives you. And each time she dodges, the first time gives her a boost to attack, the second dodge gives her permanent triple attack, the third one gives her extra passive dodge, so you don't need to hit the skills. The third one gives her skill supplemental, and then the fourth one is skill supplemental. The fifth one is she gets the 6-hit nuke anytime she didn't take damage, which, given that she has a dodge here, and she has wind switch, she has access to armor on herself if she wants it. It's not that hard to make her take no damage. Anyway, so Swirling Sweet Mist gives her a sharp boost to hostility and also dodge/tank encounter. It gives everybody uplift so that it's an easier time having everybody charge up. And then the two signs here are Toll, which on using Hidden Ninja Art gives Sato specifically armor. Or if you make Rin first and then you do Swirling Sweet Mist, then you get Pyo. Pyo is the one with fire attack to everyone. And then Sha, which happens if you have Swirling Sweet Mists, Toll first, and then you hit Brown Sugar Blast, gives everyone a heal. Phew! That's a lot. That is a whole lot, and it is all good. And thankfully, blessedly, the 4 seals that she can give herself, they are the extra thing and they're not the important thing. So you will just be perfectly okay just getting Rin all the time, and then using it up on Hidden Ninja Art, and then sometimes you won't even use it. Sometimes she'll just CA that turn instead of doing her one-time bonus fire damage on attack.
I think the most important thing is Brown Sugar Blast has remove 1 buff.
Yeah, she does so much. This is a great character. She is probably, if I don't get her by the next ticket that we get, then I'm picking her up.
Two tickets from now.
It's 2 tickets from now, so we got a summer one coming and then like an end of summer one, I think. Anyway, great character. I love everything about this. Also, I was one of Ninja and Runeslayer's biggest fans, and this gives me less carpal, so I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, you're literally not choosing that many options for the thing you're trying to cast, at least.
Thankfully. I already like playing Kaim, and yeah, like the pattern with her is that once you get her rolling, she is pretty much like if you are approaching any kind of danger, you hit Jelly Mirror, you give her Fondant Butterflies to do another 2 dispels. Whew! Well, this assumes Singed at least level 7, but Singed level 7 is a goal you should pretty much always be working for on a fire team at this point of the game.
It depends.
True. It does need support.
My HL team does not care about my Singe level.
That's fair.
But she gives Singe, so it doesn't matter.
So yeah, really, really good character they gave us here. Dagger Katana instead of Fist Katana. I wonder what Fire Dagger even looks like. I'm just curious now. Is there a Fire Dagger team? Or even a Fire Dagger character? It's Azazel. I understand.
Yeah, he does have Dagger.
What is the Dagger and Katana spec World Harp again? So that's what a character's weapon specialty actually cares about these days. Weapons, World Harp, world weapons. So Katana's was that's saber and bow. Katana is normal attack damage. That one isn't really what you'll be doing with her. She's much more skill and CA focused. Dagger is skill cap. Okay. Okay. Skill cap, dagger, and spear. I'll have to think about that one. But it's like Mana Diver MC?
Like
Yeah.
fire. In fire, you have spear characters that do skill damage.
You do have a lot of you have a lot of skill damage with spear fire characters. You have Nezha, you have um like Zeta does a lot of skill damage, Azazel again. Even the tanks do a bunch of skill fire damage. Summer Kumbi. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot. Cool. So that's it for this week. We made it to June. Tomorrow we have Choreogra coming, and there's a lot that's in store for the month of June, DJ, because we have confirmed the next Rise of the Beasts will have a wind character. So we have Ami coming.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, we'll see what happens. She looks cool. And they did a really good job with the release of the previous one. So, very cool stuff. Very exciting.
Until then, like a couple hours, not a couple hours. It's one more day, right? Yeah.
It's one more day.
Right now.
One more day to Choreogra. It is 15 minutes until Sandalphon releases in Relink, so I'm gonna hop over and play that in a bit. But whew, how you doing? Are you happy with what you got from Mirin? This version?
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's the thing: the bar is really low when the bar is winter version.
True. The summer version is at least strong.
The summer version I use all the time because it's so good.
Yeah. Poor.
The winter version is left to be desired because the kit doesn't work.
Yeah. Do we have an autumn Mirin? Is one of her SRs autumn themed? Because we have a summer Mirin. We have New Year's.
Mirin, we have the one that goes to the hot springs.
And then this one is spring themed because she has a Sakura theme on her kimono this time.
Yeah, I don't count the light SR as autumn because they go to hot springs in that episode.
Yeah, okay. So we're at 3 out of 4 Sirens of Mirin. I wonder what they'll do for autumn. I'm guessing that autumn Mirin is just Halloween Mirin then.
I'm just happy that it's not unlimited this time.
Yeah, also true, and she's strong. All right, thanks for joining me, DJ. This was a fun one. I'm glad that I didn't say anything wrong in what in how I described Sato, because when I was first writing up Sato, I got it wrong the first 2 times. Wait, no, wait, maybe. It was tough. It was a tough one, DJ.
Yeah, I can imagine. I just find it funny that I was doing all my complaining about it for the past month, and then I finally get my wish.
Which one? The Where's Mirin or the?
So one of the ones is yeah, this character's been here for 7 years. She hasn't been in any events. Her only event was a fever dream, and she was shouted out along with her friend.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And not only that, it was man, I wish I had a normal version.
Now what you're missing is a song, right? But then we know that the next song is going to be Europa, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure out who gets. Yeah, we'll figure out who gets the autumn slot. Because we got
it's Summer Stream.
Yeah, see you at Summer Stream. All right, thanks, DJ. Enjoy your weekend, man.
Yep, I have one more work shift to do, and then I am done until I get back. However, my Saturday and Sunday is really packed, so it's really fun.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. So next week you'll be back, but also there'll be a Choreogra to cover. There'll be Ami to cover. We'll see what else happens. June's got a lot coming up, so that'll be fun.
I wonder what our June bride's gonna be this time.
Okay, look. Oh, you just mean for the social media art?
The social media art.
Yeah, because The only bride that we have is Juliet.
Wait, no, Nicholas is married.
Are they married? Okay, but we don't have Marie. All right.
That's
So
true.
anyway, thank y'all. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, DJ. Hopefully
Hmm.
it's not too muggy or anything out there yet.
We had we had the typhoon thing earlier. It was fine.
GBF Twitter went pretty ham finding out that the name of the typhoon is Ewinyar. They're like, oh.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
All right. Good night, y'all. Have fun. See you next time. And sorry in advance to Henry for having to edit when I had the wrong window up. Good luck, Henry.